let's talk about something I usually normally hate called pop vinyls. This is pop television, which actually, technically shouldn't this be pop movie since the Transformers movie franchise is how we first meet Rodimus Prime and Galvatron. Well, in this marked down for $14.98, I think it was actually 40% off of that, so it was like under $10. I was like, oh, what the heck? Why not try these pop vinyls since they used to be so popular, and oh, they'll never be like Beanie Babies, and here we today, nobody cares about them. They used to have such a following. I do like that backboard though. Ooh, that was worth $8 right there alone. All right, so inside of this, we got two figures that you can't do much with. They're kind of like little people. So these are something I would give to children, I guess, because, you know, if I had children, because they can't really do much with them, and except for, hi, my name is Galvatron. What's your name? My name is Rodimus Prime. What is yours? Yeah, my name is Galvatron. Whatever. So I don't see much play value in these. I just think they're neat little statues. I do wish they had holes in their feet and that they stood on stands, because sometimes I did get a, what is it called? I got a G.I. Joe one of Zartan because he's my favorite character, and I wanted to support a local shop. And called Marvelous Issues, my first visit. And I felt like, well, I'll get this, I guess, because I like Zartan. The thing will not stand up. His feet are too tiny to support his massively huge head. And that's why I was like, nah, you know, these are stupid. I don't like these. They do remind me of Little People, which again is why I'm like, oh, maybe you could buy these for kids. But I do like robots, and sometimes you don't even need to play with robots. Sometimes it's just nice to have little representations of one of my favorite heroes, Galvatron. Yes, heroes. He vanquished the evil Unicron. So, Galvatron, which I like to call Galliantron, I like the purple version of him better. This is actually the toy-centric looking one. The original toy was this color. I guess, you know, I can never remember if he was purple in the movie or if he was like silver like the toy, because why would they make a purple version then? That's where I'm a little confused sometimes. I don't know. They've been so interchangeable. That's interesting. His gun does look like the right gun. I never remember him having tires right there, so that is weird. I have Rodimus Prime when I was a kid. I do have Rodimus Prime now, though. I had Rodimus, and I remember those metal toe things right here that folded up. So is this Rodimus? It's just Rodimus. It doesn't say Rodimus Prime. So, wait a minute. Was he called Rodimus and then Rodimus Prime, or was he like Rod? Oh, no. He was Hot Rod. That's why I'm a little bit confused. He's Rodimus Prime and Hot Rod. So I'm used to Hot Rod from a kid perspective. Did Rodimus Prime? Yeah, the wings are a little bit bigger, I guess. Did Rodimus Prime have wheels right there? I have I don't know if it's a remake of him or whatever. Got him for pretty cheap. Oh, I know why I got him for cheap, because his wheels are breaking off of his trailer mode. All right, well, Rodimus is not one of my favorites. He's not bad. I don't dislike him at all. I just, you know, Galvatron is. And I think this is the toy version, not the purple version. It's just more purple. Like in the comic book and on the... See, I always remember the comic book better than anything else, but I do like the movie a lot. I think it's time to watch some Transformers, the movie, tonight. I mean, I got it on Laserdisc. No, I wish I did. I only have it on regular DVD. But I wish I had the blue Laserdisc. But those things, like, people buy them and never intend to play them. And I understand why. It's a beautiful piece of artwork. Well, so here are two non-transforming, non-posable toys. You could pose their heads. I thought you can at least pose... Am I not doing enough? Like, you're supposed to be able to pose their arms, but look at that one right there. Even if you could bring that up, it wouldn't pop you in the face. But it looks like that arm could be posed or something. So am I right in assuming that pop vinyls don't have posable parts? Just the heads? I guess that's right. I don't know. I keep expecting to have like 5 points of articulation. But they have actually less parts. If you had the original Transformers, you know that this actually has less moving pieces than the original Transformers. You might be thinking, yeah, of course, but unless you really had the originals, I think he only had like his shoulders, or did his shoulders even pose? I think it was just his elbows. I can't remember. He was mostly just a brick, and of course, I don't even remember thinking, I don't think his head did either, because the way he transformed, his head was part of the engine, and it, you know, no, I don't know about Rodimus. I'm talking about Hot Rod. Galvatron, he was a big brick too. His arms did, I remember his arms did pose. I kept on passing him up. I remember one time I almost had him for $5 at a flea market where it used to be a Sky City. And I just even then couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was like, $5 for this ugly piece of crap? I just could not do it back then. I think it was like in high school, and I just, I was like, I'd rather spend $5 on comic books or something. It's like, it was just, I just thought it looked nothing like the cartoon, and it looked nothing like the comic book. And it just looked so hideous. I have one now just out of tribute to the actual Galvatron, but it's not the same. The Galvatron that I have is one of the more modern ones, and he's much better. All right, so, well, here are now my 3 pop vinyls that I have. Do you have any pop vinyls? Why? I'm like, I just don't see the point in them. And I remember these were so popular at one time, and they got a lot down in the Myrtle Beach Mall. The flea market, not the flea market. They have a lot of pop vinyls. It's like, this is supposed to be popular. Is it really that popular? And I'm sure that a collector would freak out if he found out what I'm going to do with this. It's going in the trash. Actually, it's going in the recycling bin. It's going in the recycling bin because I'm not keeping it. I know some people that collect these things, they don't ever take them out of the package, number one. And if they did, they keep the package so they can put them back in. No, I'm going to sort of play with these. At least they stand. Okay, I can say that positive thing. The things stand. Oh, and you know what's cool is I got a nice backdrop. Oh yeah, there we go. I love that backdrop. I think the backdrop was worth the money right there. So, wow, they stand really well. I'm telling you, the other one I got called a Zartan from G.I. Joe, it doesn't stand. I can't get him to stand. I thought about, since he can't do anything with him anyway, putting some glue on his feet and gluing him to like a plastic disc. I don't know, because he doesn't have holes in their feet, which makes more sense that they would do that. Well, anyway, I've wasted enough of your time on a thing that nobody gets anymore. I don't even know if the people's, like, that's why this was on clearance, probably, because nobody buys them. I don't know anybody that collects these. Are you a person that collects these? I'm not making fun if you do. I'm just curious, like, what is the appeal of these? The only appeal to me was robots. And Galvatron is one of my all-time favorite Transformers. I was about to say G1, but I consider him part of, I called it G2 until G2 came out because the movie was set in the future. It was like a huge gap difference. And when you're talking about generations, the cartoon was set in 1984 originally. And then this was set in the year 2005 when Galvatron showed up. So that definitely is a generation gap. So before G2 became a thing, I used to consider the movie being G2. So, yeah, because you are jumping a generation. You got the children of the people that were basically teenagers of the original show. Yeah, it was a huge difference. And I'm wondering what other ones they make, just curiously. Not like I'm going to pursue them. I just happened to be there. I just thought, hey, $14.99 and you half the price of that, basically 40% off. I mean, they're $4 each. Yeah, I guess. Oh, what I was going to do is go to a size comparison. Here's a 4-inch action. Whoa, they're actually 4 inches tall. About 4.5 inches tall. They don't look it because they got such big heads. Their heads are half their body. They remind me of super deformed, not Transformers, super deformed Gundams, where the body, whenever I first got super deformed in the 80s, my pen pal sent them to me, and the head was half the size of the body. And then they went to what I call 3 heads high, and now they're at like 4 heads high. So they're getting more and more, they're getting more body and less head, is what it seems like the trend is going toward. So like the cross silhouettes where you can actually add a more posable body, they give them more height, therefore, proportionally speaking, shrunk the head down. Huh. I wonder if I can pretend like they're into my Action Masters. It's like, Duke, what are you doing over here? I'm coming to help you, Hot Rod, fight Galvatron. But Galvatron, he's awesome. He's really cool. Yes, trust me. I didn't have anything to do with what's his face's death. Aren't you really Megatron? No. Megatron died before I came into existence. See, he's totally legit. He's on the level. All right, if you say so.